interesting discussions, but still for me the main question is, what can we do to make law and digital law in a way easily implementable? That's for me still the issue. As a general conclusion, I think I heard from everyone that there's no real hindrance between innovation and lawmaking. I think that's maybe an important point.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Lefteris, would you like to be the next one to conclude?
Yes, of course. I'm lucky that I'm Greek because our sentences could be one paragraph long. I'm just kidding. What I would like to say is that as EU have to take advantage of all the players that we have in our team. And I think that the way forward in order to achieve our goals, which is innovation while also respecting human rights, is to use these players. FRA is one of these players. And I think that the EU Agency for Fundamental Rights should be involved in the EU AI board. It is EDPS is also there, but FRA has unique expertise in non-discrimination, access to justice, data protection, of course, and privacy and other human rights. I would like them to be more involved. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Jan, would you like to be the next one?
Yes, I will be very short in one sentence. I think when looking at the position of citizens within this technological evolutions and ecosystem, I think the link has to be made more. It has to be made more even with procedural law mechanisms. So this is because it all depends upon burden of proof showing it. So procedural law is something that needs to be considered at all stages as well.
That's great. Thank you. And Laurence, maybe just a sentence about a conclusion.
Yeah, I think I would say we have to always be aware that the technologies we use are not they're not neutral. We have to be aware of the assumptions that we're making when we implement a particular technology. And when we are talking about the law, we have to think about what it is that we're trying to protect and who and how those technologies feed into that kind of protection, and not to make any assumptions that the way things are is the way that they will always be. We design this and we have to sustain it.
Great, thank you. And last but not least, Mireille.
Yes, about involving citizens and asking everybody what their ethics is. This is going to be a bit of a long sentence, so I'm trying to control my breathing. If you ask citizens whether they're in favor of the death penalty soon after a terrorist attack, you will go to 80% perhaps. The aim of the law and the legal framework for me is to make sure that citizens are enabled. And that takes a lot of work because it was said before, the law is a crazy animal. It's very complex. And we should not just say, what does everybody think? We must take into account that it is our task as legislators, as lawyers, as politicians, and as citizens to make the right sort of law that enables people, and not just to do what is efficient. And I'm sure that there is an important place in that for digital-ready lawmaking, but how exactly we should take our time and do slow policy development. Better slow than fast and bad.